Hello guys and welcome to SG Animals. As you may have guessed, today we're taking a look at the care of my boa constrictor, Jason. Jason is possibly one of the most tame and docile snakes I've ever had the pleasure of keeping. He's changed a number of people's views on snakes, and hopefully he'll influence some more. Having their own individual personalities, they certainly aren't the angry animals their reputation makes them out to be. Being a bioactive enclosure, I never need to perform a full clean. Only spot clean. The worms, springtails and woodlice forming our cleanup crew do the majority of the work breaking down Jason's waste, including his shed skin. Munching on leaf litter and moss, with the occasional addition of fruit, veg and fish flakes to supplement their diet, the cleanup crew is thriving in this enclosure. The soil is starting to look a bit dreary and compact. Turning it helps keep it oxygenated and fresh. Now, being a reptile, Jason controls his body temperature via thermoregulation. Meaning in order to maintain the correct body temperature, he needs to move in and out of cold and hot zones as required. Whereas mammals generally generate their own body heat and cool through processes such as sweating. The gradient of hot to cold is much easier to achieve in larger enclosures, ensuring a desirable temperature range and a healthy pet. In order to maintain this gradient, we use a ceramic heat bulb. Rigged up to a thermostat keeps us safe from fire and aggressive temperature rises. The thermostat also allows me to set the desired temperature with peace of mind for mine and Jason's safety. It's important to use a guard for the bulb to avoid the pet being accidentally burned. Colin has flown in for the first time in a couple days. I always get excited and run out of my bag of seed when he pops by. So female birds can reach upwards of 9 foot, whereas males tend to max out around 7. They can reach greater lengths, however this is often due to overfeeding, which subsequently removes years from the animal's life. I understand the supposed pride and bragging rights of your monster-sized pet, but there's no way I'd sacrifice time spent with Jason just for him to be a bit bulkier. Overdue some fresh moss. Let's give it a soak while we clean his bowl. The addition of moss and leaves serves as a staple diet for our cleanup crew, helps maintain humidity and also gives a more natural, fresh look to the enclosure. Outside temps now reaching higher than 30 degrees Celsius recently, it's always important fresh water is available. With a nice green forest floor look, a quick spray to keep the humidity up in the high 70s just where Jason likes it. Also hydrating our cleaning team and keeping the moss moisturised to help it last longer. Exploring the seemingly new lands, the enclosure almost adopts a new look. The new lands cause Jason to be curious. taking a second to admire the coloration and camouflage of the body. It's clear to see how the head would almost become invisible hidden amongst the leaves of a jungle. Making for one truly stealthy predator, a video I'll be sure to touch on in the future for those of you who aren't squeamish. A varied diet of pre-euthanized birds and rodents is the best way to ensure a healthy, well-rounded diet. After all, these animals are opportunistic hunters in the wild, accepting a range of foods. I also provide Jason's vivarium with a UV light source, a necessity for many reptiles. However, snakes often don't require UV, and for that reason many owners don't provide it. That being said, UV lighting still contributes some beneficial factors with snakes, therefore I see it as a must. So long as dark spots are present to provide refuge from the light. The proper day-night light cycle and UV all factor in towards a healthier, happier animal, resembling a more accurate environment to that in the wild. Snakes are truly unappreciated pets, often led by irrational fears. Although caution is advised, once you understand the behavioural traits of your snake and learn their personality, whether it be defensive, shy, confident or laid back to list a few, they truly are rewarding pets to keep. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below. Otherwise, thank you all for watching and I'll see you in the next one.